Metro here. I just finished cleaning up my shop, sort of, and I decided to let's do a quick shop tour. You'll be surprised how small this is. There's a shower curtain actually closing off the place to the rest of the room here to keep the dust down. So let's go inside. So first things first, I'm literally turning around in a circle, and it is a tiny shop. It's underneath the stairs, but for the scale of work I do, it's kind of perfect. Let's start over here. This is my lathe. It's a Craftex 7x8. It's a tiny one, but again, the scale of work. I sometimes wish I had a bigger one, but at the same time, I bought this when I had a really small shop in another city, so this worked out quite well. I took off the oil pan on the bottom. I mounted it to a piece of board, and then mounted it to a toolbox on the bottom here, so I can have all my lathe stuff ready to go. These drawers are really messy, so I'm not going to do a tour of those, but maybe check this one out. This is all my really exotic wood that I keep in there. So over here, this is a 42-inch or 48-inch bench. It's where I do a lot of my glue up work and all the messy work, because this is really easy to clean up. It's a steel top. It's also where I do some of the layout work here, so I got all my stencils and my Incra ruler there. So this is all where my glue stuff is. So some epoxy, here's some mixing sticks, here's more mixing sticks, a whole lot of pencils, just because even in a small shop like this, you end up losing all your pencils. And here's my battery charging station. Since it's such a small shop, I don't really need a 6 battery charger or something like that. Here's 2 drills and 1 impact drill. Those work out really well. Some random stuff I haven't even cleaned up yet. Some copper tubing here for pins. Here are all the clamps that are already accessible right in front of me, which are really nice. Some scraps of wood, some plastic, some natural forks that got sent to me. I haven't really done much of those. Some rags, old underwear for rags. Here are all the unfinished projects that are ready to go or in half finished form. Some other materials here, sanding sticks, some more epoxy, more sanding blocks. And then we're moving into the mill station here. This is my central machinery drill mill. I think it's the small version. There's an even smaller version of this, but for the scale of work I do a lot of multi-tool mods and small stuff. So the biggest kind of realistic size of drill bit or end mill you can put on here is about 1/2 inch, which is perfect. There's various hand tools that are kept here. All my scissors and cutting tools and stuff, all the heavy rasps off to the side, and then a row of hammers and some clamps here. Down here is all the stuff for the mill. I haven't really cleaned that up either, so that's whatever. Drawer full of sandpaper, which I have to redo. A box of maple blocks. These are the ends of baseball bat blanks. They were $1 a piece, so I bought a dozen. Here's where I do a majority of my work. I made a video before about this guy right here. I use it in conjunction with this one and this vise, this 4-inch vise here. This is more like a diving board type thing, where you can clamp work horizontally to get access to a better angle on your work. So I like that style of work a little bit better. Here are the most used files I have. This is a 1/2 inch Iwasaki file. It's extra fine. And here's an even finer half-round 6-inch file, a brush to dust off the work, and a riffler. And then all my other files are up here. Some tape, Dremel is down here, ready to go, and then a 3/8 thing for undoing it. Here are all my saws ready to go, taking advantage of almost every kind of vertical and horizontal space. Here's my organization for small parts and bolts and nuts and washers and rings and super glue and sanding drums and that kind of stuff. This is kind of always a work in progress. This, I'm not sure. I used to do a lot of assembly on this table. I just cleaned it up. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it now, but I want to keep this as a clean table because it makes a lot of sense to keep it like that. So when I did a lot of Swiss Army knife and multi-tool stuff, I still do a lot of that, but this is kind of where I did it because it was a clean space. It got kind of cluttered and I just cleaned it up, so this is a good chance. This wall, I need to do something with it because it's like an empty wall and there's stuff for organization or storage can go there. This is a big bolt where I put my my apron that I'm currently wearing. In the evening when I'm done, I'll hang it up there. Oh, up here is where I store all the extra drill bits. So everything from like, you know, really tiny drill bits to big ones, you know, 3/8, like there's a 3/8 in here somewhere, and there's some brad points. Here are all the maker's marks I use. So these are laser cut walnut. There's some maple in here. There's some Paduke and Purple Heart, and some birch ones. Here's some other unfinished projects that are in their drawers. And here's the dusty machine shop. This room is barely tall enough for me to stand on. So here, I'll show you actually. You can actually see this is the top of my head, and here is it. So anyone taller won't be able to work in here. You know, here's a small drill press that I've mounted onto a cart that I made. All these carts are made from IKEA Helmer drawers that I already had, that I just made, you know, shelves for them so that they can hold machinery a bit better. Here's my 10-inch Rikon bandsaw. It's one of my favorite tools. I just got that maybe a couple months ago. It's been great. Extra bandsaw blades. Here's a 4x36 belt sander, and an 8-inch one here. They don't make this anymore. They make it with a 6-inch one. I'm really glad I got the 8-inch one. Here's my spindle sander, which I do a lot of work on. And then here's my my jury-rigged 2-bucket dust collection. So the shop vac in the bottom sucks air up through the top, and then there's an inlet on this side which cyclones the dust into the bottom bucket there. So that's how that works. So that does not clog me up the filter on that. Here's all my the collection of woods I have for doing slingshot projects. There's cherry, there's walnut, there's a hunk of cocobolo in there that's worth a ton of money. Purple Heart. Here's a piece of acacia. Let's see here. There's some tulip wood. Yeah, some Paduke. Yeah, so this is kind of just the vertical storage of all that stuff, and this space goes up a bit more. And I might make some small shelving here because I have a lot of hand planes and stuff that need storage and kind of slight display. And I think that kind of cubby hole space is kind of cool, and I want to do something special with it. Yeah, so here, you know, this is the staircase beam, the support beam, and then that's the staircase underneath there. So trying to take advantage of all the space I have, which is not a lot, but ends up being fairly efficient because I can just turn around and something's there. So you know, I can't wait to have a bigger shop, but this is, you know, I've worked out of here for 2 years now, and it's pretty great. So thanks for watching. You know, thanks for I'm really happy to share this. Thanks, guys. Hey, if this is your first time here, welcome. I'm really happy to share my work with everyone on YouTube, and you know, make sure you subscribe and like videos. That really helps me out in the end. So thanks for sticking around.